Yeah. I'm thinking that both videos may be about the same company, honestly. But we'll check out this one about because I honestly never even heard about Unknown 9. I never even heard about this game. I did not know this game
Maybe
even
infested
existed.
product is
What? Yeah, I did not. It's a game apparently called Unknown 9, which I had never heard of before Red was talking about it. Did not even know what it was. Um, so yeah, apparently they did such a wonderful job. I'd never heard of the fucking thing. So it was by Bandai Namco too. All right, let's see what Rev has to say about it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today
Hi,
we're going to be
Rev.
once again talking about Unknown 9 Awakening because now they're facing the music. The game is live and
Or
this sweet
Sanix.
baby infested product is seeing the fruits of its labor. And how is it going, you ask? It is going terribly.
Okay,
In
Pete. Have
fact,
a good
the
night.
live player count right now is only a fraction of that of Concord after they launched only about a
Wow.
month ago. So before we get into the actual numbers here and some of the fallout related to this game, let's talk about how bad of a failure this is because Bandai Namco has invested a lot into this game and the future of the related franchises. So back in
Okay.
2020, they did exactly what PlayStation did with Concord. PlayStation purchased Firewalk Studios and Concord in the hopes of making a quick buck on that acquisition, and that turned out
Okay.
horribly. And here we have Bandai Namco back in 2020 acquiring Unknown 9 developer Reflect.
Wait. Bandai Namco acquires Unknown 9 developer Reflector Entertainment. Purchase of Chat. Are we seeing a commonality here? Are we seeing something of a commonality as of late? Purchase of Montreal developer continues publisher's goal to produce 50% of its content outside of Japan. Really? They were counting on this Montreal developer to produce 50% of its outside Japan content. That's okay, Andrew. Don't worry about it. Like, let's face it, everything in the game industry that's coming out of Montreal is shitting the bed. And you know what this is? Because let us not forget, Sweet Baby Inc. is headquartered in Montreal, which means Sweet Baby Inc. has front door fucking access to every single one of these game companies. They're all out of Montreal. So Sweet Baby Inc. can literally take a taxi over to the office and have a face-to-face anytime they want. That's why Sweet Baby Inc. is able to get in with all of these game companies, because they're in the same fucking city. And Montreal is not that big of a city. And so thus, all of them are failing. Ubisoft, Reflector Entertainment, they're all failing. I believe so, King. I don't know for sure. I do believe the Hart family may have been from Montreal, but I do not know. I never really delved much into the Hart family.
Reflector Entertainment. And of course, this was a big gamble because it wasn't just this game. They were investing in an entire self-described universe where the goal of Reflector is to make the Unknown 9 product something that is an entire universe with more games, comics, books, even
Yeah.
possibly movies and so on and so forth. This is supposed to be a huge future investment into.
Well, they were putting all their eggs in one basket on this one. They were going to start with the game and they were already planning this is going to blow up so much we're going to do books, games, books, comic books, and movies out of this. Really? Talk about putting the cart before the horse. Wait, like, chat, do you remember when developers of entertainment in general would just strive to make a singular good product? And then because of the success of that product, that's when the industry said, okay, we can take this and parlay it to a game, or a book, or a comic, or a movie, or a series. Like, you actually had to have a solid, exemplary product first. That's how it used to work. That used to work where you had something proven first, and then you took the step of, let's go further with it. Now, and this is like throughout the entertainment industry, now the way they go about it is we are going to be coming up with an idea that from the onset of this idea, we are planning a major transmedia or cinematic universe before the first thing is even proven solid. It's like the modern entertainment industry has basically flipped a 180 from a proven track record from 30 years ago. They literally took a proven track record from 30 years ago that was responsible for, think about it, this track record from 30 years ago is what basically created the MCU, where they took a proven product, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, to a degree, the Incredible Hulk. They took a proven product and said, okay, cool, we can do more of this. And that expanded into the MCU and gave us the MCU. Now it's all about, like, okay, perfect example. Look at the Tom Cruise Mummy movie. They went into making that movie with the idea that this is going to spawn the Dark Universe. They didn't say, let's do this modern mummy movie and see how it does. Let's just make a good mummy movie, and if it worked, they could go, okay, we can spawn this into a cinematic Dark Universe. No, they went into it literally saying, this is the start of the Dark Universe. And the mummy flopped. Yeah. Yeah, Doctor. They came out with a mummy movie. What was it, 4 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago? Tom Cruise starred in it, and it was supposed to kick off a cinematic, like, old school Universal Monsters universe. But the mummy bombed so fucking hard that all plans for the Dark Universe died instantly. Yeah, like the Brendan Fraser mummy movies were fucking awesome. It really was in 2017? God, I didn't think it was that long ago. Female mummy? Well, no, heck, no, it was the female mummy movie. That was the Tom Cruise's mummy movie was the female mummy movie. Yes, it was. That's what it was. And it bombed fucking hard. But they went into it going, this is spearheading our new dark cinematic universe. And because they went into it thinking that way, they killed the entire franchise before it could even start. And that's what modern entertainment is doing. That's why shit like this is happening. Because they're going into it with the intention of this is going to be a franchise instead of let's make this a singular good product. And then when it proves itself, then you can start going into franchising. Because that, 30 fucking years ago, but for some reason they're they refuse to do it that same way today. Well, but here's the thing. Creating a series and creating we'll call it a cinematic universe is two different things. You can write a series, like, ahead of time. That you can do because you're taking the same character and expanding upon the same situation further and further and further. But you're taking a cinematic universe and you're taking multiple characters with their own entries, and you're doing it straight from the beginning. And that don't work anymore.
To a booming franchise, but it had one major flaw. Back in March of this year, it was discovered that this company and this game had a connection to Sweet Baby Inc., the Sweet Baby kiss of death, if you will, because people discovered that in the entry credits of this game, right on their own website, You can see
Oh
David
boy.
Bedard, the co-founder of Sweet Baby, as well as Kim Belair, who is the CEO of
Oh God. Yeah, and like I don't even know David Bedard. Tim Belair, we know. We saw her in that other Sweet Baby video where she was doing that like quasi TED talk where she was like trying to make fun of the fact that everybody is roasting the crap out of Sweet Baby and trying to play it off like, ha ha, they're a bunch of internet trolls when they're the ones that basically are tanking your products because they're the consumer.
Sweet Baby, and that pretty much crippled any excitement for this game. In fact, the trailer released a few days before the official launch was absolutely brutalized on YouTube. You can see the like-dislike ratio. There's pretty much no coming back from that when it's only days before
Yeah.
release. In fact, this game is so bad that even games journalists are not going to bat for it,
Wow.
despite all
If IGN is rating your game a 5, you're fucked. There's no. That means that realistically it's a 2. In real gamer speak, that's a 2. If you're lucky. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, yeah, so, and which means in real numbers, it was a 3. And that's being exceedingly generous. Oh, yeah. I don't remember what they gave Storefield Doctor. I can't remember.
all of the woke nonsense infecting this game, even they don't want to support it. IGN here giving it a 5. Just to give you an idea, they gave Dustborn a 7. So this game, in their eyes, is actually worse than Dustborn, and that is really saying something. But I guess
Yeah.
based on the collapse of the first trailer, they learned something because as the game was about to go live, they
They
released the
disabled.
same trailer for the
They disabled the dislikes. I didn't even know you could do that. I did not even know you could disable dislikes on a video. I know you can disable comments. I did not even know that dislikes could be disabled. Holy shit. Yeah, Patra, I agree. Aaron, because they know that there are extensions out there that let people see dislikes. That's why.
Japanese side of their gaming base there. And you can see their official account with 1.8 million subscribers getting less than 1,000 views in the first 5 hours. To give you an idea, this video will achieve that in the first few minutes. So the fact that with that many subscribers and a big launch like this on a major
At least I
AAA
could say
release,
that.
they can't even break 1,000 at that point, that is really sad. But like I said, it appears that they learned something from the other trailer because they disabled the like-dislike section. Even though it is
Okay, they
technically
disabled it
private,
all.
there are extensions that allow
Okay, so the likes themselves are disabled as well. You can't. So apparently the likes get disabled as well. You can't choose to like or dislike.
you to see the like-dislike ratio just like you used to be able to for many, many years up until the recent change. But yeah, there was a lot of other developments going on around the time of release. We would see Craig come out here and make another rumor
Wow.
about his retail insider who has access to 800 plus big box stores, claiming that the
Oh, this
pre-order
is
numbers of
bad.
this game were abysmal. A total of 46 pre-orders, but 12 of them were canceled, so it was actually like 34 pre-orders.
That's fucking bad. 46 pre-orders. 12 of them got canceled. So 34. Wow. For a major publication, I think that's the worst I've ever heard. I honestly think that is the worst I've ever heard for pre-order. I cannot think of one that's worse, honestly. I cannot think of worse than that. That is insane. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. Well, that's what the saying is. Like, everybody's saying that this is even worse than Concord, which was abysmal. Like, Snark Monkey, they've topped Ubisoft, I think. They've topped Ubisoft for failure at this point. If this studio does not get shut down, I'll be surprised. I will honestly be very surprised if this studio does not get shut down.
For this game, 34 pre-orders, over 800 stores. That is really embarrassing. And with these sorts of insider infos we've gotten before, they seem to be pretty accurate. Whenever he claims there's a certain number of pre-orders at these big box stores.
Oh, did you? Okay. Hang on. Chat, we're gonna do a live update. Um Hang on. We're gonna do a live count real quick. All-time peak of 276. 24-hour peak of 211. Current player count 54. Wow. Wow. That's just fuck. That's not good. This game is DOA. Cause when did this launch? This launched 2 days ago. This launched on Friday. It launched on Friday with an all-time peak of 276. Which is here. All-time peak of 276. Wow. That if this studio does not get shut down, I will be fucking shocked. I will be absolutely shocked if this studio does not get shut down.
They tend to add up pretty accurately, except some people don't believe it. Entering from the shadows, Alyssa Mercante, she got a whiff of that tweet, and she would make her own response here with this interesting tweet saying, "The Christ of Fascist blog citing an aging YouTuber who lost all his old colleagues and friends because he's a dick and claims he has Best Buy insiders as a source for their latest article. My source is..."
Because of course. Ads? Okay. I'll even back it up a little bit. Who's got ads? Who still has ads? Okay, Robospartan. Does Robospartan still have ads? Or are we done? Or have the ads completed? You're good? Okay. Yeah, because of course Alyssa Mercante decided she had to put in the word fascist. Because of course she had to use this word. Because she doesn't actually know what that word fucking means. Oh. Shadow, thank you for the 10 gifted. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, 10 less people must suffer to Twitch now. Oh, and Heckle, thank you for the gifted. Thank you. If you just got a gifted, please refresh your stream. Well, Snark Monkey? She and the others that use this word don't actually know what it means. That's the thing. They think they know what it means because they've been told by their bullshit, sociology professors that got a degree out of a Cracker Jack box. They don't actually know what it means. And so they only use it in a socio-political context of modern day America. They like, guarantee you, Melissa Mercante does not even know what this word means. And that's why she uses it so frequently in the wrong way, because she's actually dumb as a fucking box of rocks. She's an activist, and that is literally her only claim. She's not a journalist. She's an activist that does nothing but hate write all of her articles.
Well, to most of these people, fascist is just any who won't obey them. The Christo part is just cause they want to hate on a religion that is PC to mock.
Yeah, Llama, you're right. It is currently PC to mock Christians. Because, yeah, the Christians and white men are the current it is currently PC to be racist against white people and to be bigoted against Christians. Because because Christians like, go ahead, we don't fucking care. No, they're not. To these people, white men are not even human beings. And to them I say, fuck you. Because it's not people like Alyssa Mercante that have made advancements in society possible. People like Alyssa Mercante have done nothing to advance society, and have actually done more harm to society than they will ever even dream of doing good. They are the ones responsible for things go. People like her is the reason why society has gone backwards. She and those of her ilk are the reason why there's such a division regarding ethnicity and sexuality. She and those like her are the cause of it. They caused the division, not the people they're attacking. Just remember, chat, internet, remember that. They are the ones that caused the division because they're the ones that were attacking people for perceived slights that didn't actually exist. Her and the rest of the entertainment industry and other spheres that have decided to say, we think that there is an assault on women, on everybody non-white, on the LGBT community, because you have not bowed and scraped to these people, we're going to make it an issue. And these activists have single-handedly set back societal goodness in regards to these groups that they're supposedly protecting. They are single-handedly responsible for setting things back by 30 years. They are. Because until these fucksticks open their mouth, things in society regarding gender, ethnicity, and sexuality were not perfect, but they were at an all-time high before they started opening their mouths. Then they opened their mouths, and now everything has, and now we've backtracked 30 years. So, Alyssa Mercante, you and your ilk caused this. I was trying to be generous, Blur. I was endeavoring to be generous. Because let's be honest, around the 90s, probably mid to late 90s, maybe even to the early 2000s, is when societal acceptance of differences in ethnicity, in gender, in sexuality, late 90s, early 2000s, probably at their all-time peak of positivity and acceptance. And then these people started yapping, and people in positions of authority started, for some reason unbeknownst to me, listening. And now we're at a point where it's been set back by 30 years. Good job, Melissa, you dumb bitch.
Interesting tweet saying, the Christ of Fascist blog citing an aging YouTuber who lost all his old
Eh,
college.
as Jesus, Twitch. Twitch, I'm trying to do a react here. Will you please fuck off with the ads? My fucking god. Tanashi, I'd say more along the lines of, like, mommy or daddy issues. Honestly. I honestly think it's more like mommy and daddy issues, but I will not discount potential mental illnesses. I think it's more, I've said this before, I think most SJAs are just lonely, and they were able to find a group of people that can kind of quote unquote accept them. Thank you, Seamuson. People that, and they were able to find a group of people that will quote unquote accept them in these SJAs. And so they only are part of them because they feel like they belong when they felt like outcasts otherwise. Thank you again, Seamuson. People clown on Az for breaking down with the rant starting the pronouns of the key to his rants forcibly inserting modern politics and ticking block. AK-47, I agree. People love clowning on Az for that. But he's 100% right. Why are you going to throw pronouns into a game where it doesn't matter? Your pronouns in Starfield didn't matter one bit. And it made no sense to do it. It was just Bethesda trying to inject modern politics into it. You're correct on that. Yeah, and if you just got a sub, refresh your screen, please. Okay, let's continue.
Colleagues and friends because he's a dick and claims he has Best Buy insiders as a source for their latest article. My source is that I made it up. So there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, she's referring to That Park Place with this comment right here. And it's not too surprising that someone like Alyssa from Kotaku would be jealous of their site because they have a lot of respect from gamers and they're growing very quickly because they're willing to call out people in the industry. And that's something that Kotaku will never do because they don't want to call out people who share their own agenda. And on top of that, unlike
they don't
That
want to lose
Park
their
Place,
access.
Kotaku and related sources like that have no respect from gamers and they rely on getting hate clicks, which at this point they're so irrelevant, people don't even want to hate click on their articles anymore. And on top of that, she...
By the way, the bar is not blocking it. This post that she made back on the 17th, supposedly she has a huge audience on Twitter, right? 445 views. I don't know if you can see this because the bar is blocking it. This tweet that was made, I don't know when this was posted. Rev put this up 3 days ago, but with her supposed followers, has gotten 445 views. That's it. Remember how he said views matter, subscribers don't? 445. That's it. Nobody's giving a shit about what she says anymore. Nobody cares.
He tries to criticize Craig by calling him an aging YouTuber. That's very interesting. Unfortunately, we're all aging, which is a very weird thing. Like, I don't know, Alyssa's not like some 18-year-old. Like, we're all aging. It's odd to think that someone can't have an opinion on things because they're aging. Like, it's kind of a strange attempt there, but it's just more desperation. And on top of that, she has a big issue with the Best Buy insiders claim. And as it turns out, to the shock of you, I'm sure, that claim about the pre-order seems pretty accurate based on the results. But she would also have this reply saying a whole bunch of things that,
What?
I'm not reading any of this out loud.
Okay, I will. I will read it out loud. So, hey, the stuttering Craig, she seems to be protesting too much. You're really wet. Oh, shit. You're really wet for Craig, aren't you? Wow. Okay. I don't know, he's the one who wonders about my mental health on his videos and makes my name a discount code. Seems like his body is wet for me. Because apparently he posted promo code Alyssa for $5 off your annual membership at therealgameawards.com. Oh, is that supposed to be Bussy? Okay. Okay. Well. Alyssa, you got 455 views on that tweet you made. Again, it's the views that count.
But Craig will say promo code Alyssa for $5 off your annual membership at therealgameawards.com, which is a pretty cool project if you want to check that out. But anyways, let's get to the results of this game. Well, as it turns out, Unknown 9 Awakening is a huge flop, and those pre-order numbers seem to track pretty well. So right now, as of recording this video, there's around just over 200 people in-game, and there is a overwhelmingly negative set of reviews right now. Over 57 negative reviews versus 16 positive. This game is really, really struggling. And on top of that, you can see this is from the first 10 or so hours
of the release. And
they couldn't even hit 200 in the first 10 or so hours. And that is a really embarrassing number, especially when you also consider, according to people who have reviewed this game, apparently it only takes about...
Let's see. Unknown 9 Awakening story is made up of 13 different chapters, with all of the ones taking place outside of the Morningstar, the main hub, being around the same length. On normal difficulty, it took me around 10 to 11 hours to finish the story, which I did without having too much trouble with its difficulty and without spending too much time hunting for collectibles. Huh.
About 10 hours to complete this game on normal difficulty. So basically, if you do the math, you're paying about 5...
Which exact tweet? The first one where she was like, going after Chris? That was up to well, okay, it's up to 30K now after, what, 3 days? And bearing in mind, she has how many followers? 30K is still not a lot. For her supposed followership, 30K is not a lot. And the likes, 424 likes, not a lot. Yeah.
$5 per hour to play this game and then run out of things to do in about 10 hours. Like, that's crazy. That's not worth a $50 price of this game. And
no, you're right. Rev's coverage of it could have had people checking that. I've done that myself. When I see like Rev talk about a tweet, I will go find that tweet to see if there are any responses. You're right. How many of them from Rev's audience, which he currently has 197K views from 2 days ago, contributed to those 30,000 views? Absolutely right.
Since then, this morning, the player count has risen to a staggering 257 player peak. And even that, to me, feels very artificially boosted. And the reason for that has to do with these discoveries by some users like this. So the game was redeemable with the purchase of a new AMD graphics card and was sent for free to thousands of new GPU users. Yes, that is a real claim, because if you look at the Steam reviews right now, almost all of them have one thing in common. If you look at this section right here, product received for free. So a lot of people are customers of those related products, and they got Unknown 9 Awakening for free. And I think a lot of these people saw the buzz on Twitter this morning, because people are starting to show screenshots of the low player count and all that stuff. And these people have been in.
And I'll point out, don't forget, NVIDIA was doing a promo, what, a month or so ago? Where, just to compare, NVIDIA and AMD, NVIDIA did a promo about a month or so ago where if you bought an RTX card, you got a free copy of Black Myth Wukong. Quite a bit of a difference in quality of game for free, huh?
Informed that they have a free copy. And now they're going out and they're trying the game, and almost all of them are leaving negative reviews, just like this one, and it's artificially boosting the numbers a little bit. Again, we're still sitting at an abysmal number of 200 or so players. To give you an idea, Concord at its peak player count was nearly at 700.
Okay, I didn't know that.
They remained in a player count of about 200 to
Okay,
400
Mia, have a
players
great
leading up until
night.
the announcement of the shutdown, and they can barely even achieve that mark right now. But let's read this review. Wow, just wow. I got this game for free with a AMD GPU purchase, and even then I
Oh, Tracel. Oh, you had no good choices. Oh, man. You had no good choices there. Whoops. Oh, what the hell? No. What the hell just happened there? Are we back? Okay. We all good? Okay. I don't know. Guys, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened. My computer just like seemed to just suddenly shit itself. Like OBS just like shit itself for some reason, and I don't know why. I do not know what happened. So, but we're back. We're fine. Yeah, that was very weird. I don't know what the hell happened. Like I could tell something happened because it like the color on my screen literally just changed. Like it was like the blue light filter on my computer screen just suddenly changed. So I knew something happened with it. Fuck. Okay, we're back. No, it's you know what it was? I think I unplugged my controller and that's when it happened. Maybe that caused a surge of some kind. I I I don't know. Anyway, regardless, let's get back to yeah. I'll take my drivers after stream, but I've took my drivers before the stream and they were fine. So anyway, let's get back into this.
feel like I want a game refund. The combat feels like it's from 2005, as well as the lack of facial expressions. The eyes just stare straight ahead, and it is quite disturbing. The combat is woeful, just dodge and hit. Stealth works the best, but it rarely
Yeah,
stays
Tyso.
that way. And they're not kidding about the eyes staring straight into your soul. I mean, this is just...
Yeah.
The screen...
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Take it in, chat. You're gonna be having nightmares about this when you go to sleep tonight.
Screenshots in some of the clips coming out from this game are... They got to be trolling at this point, right? Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Actually, you know what? Let me be a little more politically correct here. Like, if you find this unattractive, chuds, you're a bigot, okay?
This does not look fucking human. This is not a matter of it being unattractive. This does not look like a human being. Like fucking, not even, look at the eyes. The eyes are, they're just all, every shade of wrong. Aaron, PS2 graphics is being generous at this point. Holy shit. This is a modern game coming from Namco Bandai. Will Bath then call me a racist, sexist transphobe? Please feel free. Yeah, Kanito, you're right. Frickin' Triple X dolls look better than this and more realistic.
Behold,
Dear
the modern
fucking
audience,
God.
ladies and gentlemen. This is what they want. And that modern audience, of course, doesn't exist. But I wanted to play something real quick because I find it very interesting.
Oh,
and it really sums
Lord.
up what's going on with this game and anything related to it. So here is the actress behind the main protagonist of this game. And there is a clip that people discovered, a YouTube short here, where she was doing an interview and talking about basically what's the appeal of this game? What's the appeal of...
Bravi? That went beyond crazy eyes. That went to this thing is not human eyes.
The main protagonist, and you will watch her struggle for about 40...
Now, okay, Robo Spartan, I'm gonna okay, to your point. To your point, hang on. let me get to it. The character model in where the hell is it? This character model right here is not bad. This looks good. This 100% looks good. She looks like an attractive woman. Yeah, actually I was thinking more like Lara Croft, Llama. I was thinking she looks kind of like Lara Croft, which is attractive but a badass. This looked good. I did not realize the in-game model was that fucking bad. I did not realize that this translated into this. That is false advertising to the extreme.
Quick, because I find it very interesting and it really sums up what's going on with this game and anything related to
okay.
it. So
I see what you mean.
here is the actress behind the main protagonist of this game. And there is a clip that people discovered, a YouTube short here, where she was doing an interview and talking about basically what's the appeal of this game? What's the appeal of the main protagonist? And you will watch her struggle for about 40 seconds, stammering, trying to find a reason to promote this game and show how interesting it is. And then she just goes, diversity.
I am excited. I'm excited for people to hopefully feel empowered by...
Notice the eye movement. When she's trying to answer, she's looking straight down. She can't even look at the camera or the interviewer when she's trying to come up with an explanation. Oh, Finster analysis is kicked in there. Yeah, she can't even look at anybody. Holy fuck.
Hopefully feel empowered by...
She was desperately trying to come up with an answer.
Character who is...
And now she's looking up. She's looking everywhere except the interviewer. Everywhere except the interview.
So grounded, so...
I'll 100% love the Spartan.
By, things that are outside herself, bigger than her. And I don't think I've ever seen that connection to a game as diverse as this, with that many voices and that
Look at her eyes. Look at her. She's like squeezing her eyes shut when she has literally looked at the interviewer for 2 seconds out of this entire... Let's see, it's been this is 9:57. For almost the entire minute of her stammering, because all she's doing is stammering. She can't even look at the interviewer for more than literally 1 to 2 seconds out of an entire minute. She's looking down, she's looking up, she's squeezing her eyes shut. This is the sign of she does not believe a fucking word that she's saying, and all she's thinking is, gotta make sure the check's cleared. Gotta make sure the check's cleared. Gotta make sure the check's cleared. Yeah, she knows every fucking word that's coming out of her mouth is bullshit. Now, whether or not it's because she doesn't believe it and this is the corporate lie that she's been told you will say this, or she thought she believed it and now when she's actually confronted by it and the words are actually leaving her mouth, she's realizing, I sound like a crazy person saying this? Who knows? But the fact that she cannot look at the interviewer or the camera and she's looking down, she's looking up, she's squeezing her eyes shut, that's all you need to know.
Kind of, that exploration.
Yeah, as per usual, when diversity in your video game is your best...
That was a full minute of her saying nothing. a full minute of her not saying a fucking thing, but just had to get that diversity in there. Fucking hell.
Best selling point, that game is doomed, okay? That appeals to the modern audience, which we know doesn't exist, okay? If you can't do anything beyond just diversity of characters, you're not going to succeed as a game. And it's not because people are bigots or hate minorities. It's because when you only have diversity as a selling point, that shows you don't have a good story or good characters, and it always shows with products like Unknown 9 Awakening. But one more thing I wanted to show real quick is the complete lack of hype surrounding this game. I took this screenshot right about at the time I recorded this video, and you can see on the Twitch tab here, there's about 2,700 people watching the Unknown 9 Awakening tab on Twitch. And if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4 of the channels live at this moment, they account for the majority of those views, right? They have between 300 to 800 viewers each. And if you take those 4 away, the viewer count right now would be in the hundreds. I mean, this is a crazy lack of interest for a major release like this. A major release that, by the way, was supposed to be the start of an overarching franchise. It was supposed to be a whole universe.
Which was their mistake.
Out of this. And this studio was purchased, Reflector was purchased just so they could have this long-term investment in this.
Someone's regretting their purchase. Someone's regretting their purchase. No, actually, I don't think we've heard how much the studio spent on it. But you know, Namco Bandai is regretting the however many millions they spent buying the studio for this. Diabetes? Neither have I. This is the first time I've heard of this. The bad press is the first time I've heard about this game. Well, exactly, Andrea. That's what I was saying. You may not have been here when I was making my rant. Is the fact that they developed this game with the express purpose of launching it into a new franchise is exactly the mistake. That was the first mistake they made. Of course they will, Snark Monkey, because that's all they know how to do. Of course they will.
Very exciting new universe, and wow, has it failed horribly. And that doesn't really surprise a whole lot of people if you've been paying attention to anything that's been going on over the past couple of years in the gaming industry, especially in the year 2024, where this nonsense, the virtue signaling, the working with Sweet Baby, and the attitude of some of the people involved in this game, nobody is going to put up with it.
I think it's for
are
a lot
going
of
to
people.
Speak with their wallets, and despite the cries of journalists out there, yes, the customer is king. Gamers hold all the power here. I mean, this is what the industry drives on, right? They need gamers to support them.
Yeah. Same. I had never heard of this game until I heard about how badly it flopped. Like, I had no idea this game even existed until I started seeing news articles popping up in my YouTube feed talking about it flopping. Never heard a word about it, have no fucking clue what it's about.
If you don't do anything to give them a product they want, they're not going to show up. You're going to suffer. And then you're not going to be able to keep making these virtue signaling campaigns.
They were Abysmal offensive.
You're disguising as video games. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave your thoughts about today's topics in the comments section down below. And I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, Aaron, this was supposed to spearhead more games, novels, comic books, and potentially even a movie or TV series. They created this game with that in mind. That was the purpose of this game. They created that. They created it with that in mind. And obviously, it didn't work that way.